Cynthia Atkins. Amen. Amen. What an awesome occasion for an awesome woman. Amen. Amen. I am so happy to be here. Amen. This is an honor. Amen. I salute you. Amen. Amen. Honorable woman of God. Amen. I said that right, Judy? Amen. Woman of God. Luke 1:26-31. Pastor Jason told me to give you the quick version, so I'm going to do my best to give you the quick version of this sermon. Amen? And in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And the angel came in unto her and said, Hail, thou art highly favored. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salutation this should be. And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with God. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Jesus. I'm sure all of us are familiar with the Christ story, Christ's birth. Amen. I hope you are. If not, you can come to my church, or you can come to Dee Dee's church. Amen. Amen. But what I want to talk to you about on tonight, what I want to focus on tonight, is Mary and her assignment. We don't worship Mary, but we do respect Mary. We worship Jesus the Christ. Go with me for a moment. Mary is important because God takes the time to mention her name. Why is her name so important? And why is she so important? Because what she does impacts a generation. The angel tells her that she is highly favored and blessed. Mary is troubled, baffled, and confused about what the angel is saying to her. What did she do to deserve such a salutation? Where had she been to deserve such a salutation? Who was she that she should receive such words? The angel continues and says, You have been found favor with God. Not because of just who she was, but because of the assignment that was ahead of her. And every one of us has an assignment. Many of us hear and say this saying all the time, I am blessed and highly favored. We say on the mountaintop, we say it at our jobs, I am blessed and highly favored. Too often, without really understanding what being blessed and highly favored is all about. Does this mean that I will not have challenges? Does this mean that I won't have problems? Does this mean that my marriage will be the best? Does it mean my children won't give me problems? Many of us believe that there will be no trouble when we are blessed and highly favored. Mary was given such great words, but later experienced the birth of her child in a manger with animals, and was constantly on the run from King Herod, and almost lost her child by death. How was this blessed and highly favored? It doesn't look like being blessed or highly favored. It looks like forsaken and forgotten to the human eye. We too often use those words, and we use them lightly, not even understanding what the Lord was saying to Mary. We don't understand what God was saying to her. He wasn't saying that she wouldn't have any trouble. He wasn't saying that she wouldn't have any problems, but he was saying that she was blessed and highly favored. Now, when we look at this, we must look at it from God's perspective. God's outlook is different from our outlook. God looks at the heart where man looks at the outside, all right? Man looks at the flesh. He looks at the, oh, how beautiful you are. Oh, you must be the one because you look so fine. You must be the one because you look so good. You sound so good. But God is not looking at that. God looks at the heart.
Amen.
It is what God believes about you. It is what God sees in you. It's your triumph over past pain, hurt, and continuing to push forward in life and in God. The angel tells Mary what God thinks about her and what he wants her to do. What does God say about you? What does he think about your integrity? What does he think about your character? Do you stick out amongst the crowd, or do you blend in with the crowd? Mary stuck out in the crowd. When God saw her, he saw a woman of great character and integrity that would and could complete her assignment. Assignments are important and should be viewed as such. And everyone on this earth has an assignment. Every single person, God has given you an assignment. God says it best in Jeremiah 29:11. He says, I know the thoughts, the plans that I think toward you, saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace and not evil, to give you an expected end. As well as you having expectations for your life, God has an expectation for your life. Amen. As well as you having thought out plans and goals, God has goals and plans for your life. Some of us just cruise on by life, not ever knowing the expectation that God has for our life. Not ever knowing that we should walk in character and integrity. We walk any kind of way. We do any kind of thing. We say any kind of thing. Some of us have abandoned our children to raise themselves. Some of us have abandoned our marriages because we want to do our own things. But God has a plan for our lives. He has some expectations for our lives. All right? God desires to take us no higher than our character can keep us. Where can your character keep you? Where has your character taken you? As we reach plateaus in our life, we often do a Selah, relax, breathe, take a moment, and calmly think about it. That's what Selah means. Relax and calmly think about it. We go through plateaus in our life, and we need to stop and think about what we have done. Amen. We need to think about our character. We need to think about our integrity over years, over challenges. Some of our memories are fond. Some have great accomplishments, and some of us have regrets. What does your character say about you? And if you don't like what your character or integrity says about you, then change it. Amen. Because to be highly favored and blessed by God means that there's something about you that God sees. Amen. Some of us, we wonder to ourselves, well, how does this person make it to this plateau and that plateau? Because God saw something in them. And he felt as though that he could trust them because of their character and integrity. Jake says it like this: blessed and highly favored signifies that there has been difficulty, confusion, and obstacles that you were able to overcome, confront, and continue to persevere. And I come to share with Erica that the Lord sees you as blessed and highly favored among women. God is looking at you as one of his women that has great character and integrity. One who completes her assignment and meets his expectations. What you have done and are doing is impacting generations to come, as it pertains to your family and your children. What did you do to deserve such words? You kept your integrity intact for the King. You took the stand of righteousness and have not set